Today, we're going to Hawkins, Indiana, 1985, where things are getting turned upside down. Hello and welcome back to The Haunt Line, the show dedicated to SoCal haunts and events. Today we are reviewing the Stranger Things drive-into experience, which was truly incredible. Now today's review is going to happen in two parts. First, a spoiler-free review, and then we're going to go in-depth into the experience because there's a lot I want to talk about, but I don't want to ruin it for anybody that doesn't want it ruined for them. So, spoiler-free, I can say the event is absolutely worth the price of admission, especially if you're a fan of the franchise and of Season 3 in particular. If you're not a fan of the show, you can probably still have a fantastic time, but when it comes to the story, you'll probably be pretty lost. This experience is highly immersive, and there's a lot to help tell the tale during the event and even outside of the event as well. Guests can use the Hawkins online portal to get a little more immersed in the experience before heading in. They used lots of state-of-the-art show tech to help tell their story, and the finale is both breathtaking and frankly, kind of emotional. The casting for the show is incredible. I mean, the performers resemble their on-screen counterparts so well. It's actually kind of creepy. So kudos to all the performers. They have their characters' mannerisms down. All of the team members outside of the main cast of the show do a fantastic job with the immersion as well, because whenever you interact with them, they all pretend like they're here for the Hawkins High School reunion as well. So great job to all of them too, and also the service is excellent. If you purchase food or merch, it's all done via the Fever app or QR codes, and all the team members do a great job of wearing their masks and staying as distant as possible whenever possible. In fact, after the Starcourt Mall pre-show that's outdoors, and once you head into the actual show itself, they do ask that everyone keeps their windows up, so it is super safe. The story is all told via FM radio broadcast, which is great, but that means that your car needs to be able to get a clean FM radio signal for your experience to be as seamless as possible. If your car doesn't pick up radio signals very well, then I highly suggest you bring like a portable speaker or some sort of radio that can pick up FM broadcasts well, because there is no alternative and you don't want to miss out on any of this story. There are still lots of tickets left through March 7th, and if you're looking to save some money, Wednesdays and Thursdays are your best bet, as prices go up on Fridays and are at their highest on Saturday and Sunday. Also, don't feel the need to splurge on VIP tickets, because general admission will get you a pretty great view of everything, including the grand finale. However, VIP does get you some pretty awesome perks that we're going to go in depth into in our spoiler-filled portion, but just know that general admission will be fine. So overall, the Stranger Things drive-into experience is a must-see. Netlfix, Fever, and Secret Cinema created something that is top-notch, and it's the perfect way to produce a live show experience during the pandemic. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, there are scares. They aren't super intense, but they're there, and they definitely got us a couple of times. So get your tickets now if you haven't already. The event is going until March 7th for the time being. You don't want to miss out on this. I'm going to leave a link in the description below so you can get them a lot easier. And now we're going to head into our spoiler-filled portion of the review. So if you're leaving us here, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You can visit us on the web for links to all of our stuff, and you can download our podcast for more haunt fun as well. All right, our spoiler-free review ends in 3, 2, 1. Well, I had a feeling this event was going to be awesome, And let me tell you, it did not disappoint. One thing I definitely wasn't expecting was for the entire event to take place within the parking structure at the Row. But let me tell you, the way they dress the sets, you totally forget that you're in a parking structure. The experience consists of 4 scenes: the Starcourt Mall, the secret Russian lab, the Upside Down, and finally, the abandoned steel mill that becomes the Mind Flayers' hideout in Season 3. The pre-show at the Starcourt Mall is a lot of fun, and it includes performers dressed as characters from the show, and let me tell you, they really look like their on-screen counterparts. They look like them a lot. Out here, you can purchase themed food and drinks for the event. Options include corn dogs, pizza, falafels, candy, popcorn, ice cream, and of course, soda. As I mentioned before, all purchases are made via QR code to keep things contactless, and team members bring you the food and merch directly to your car. You can tune into a radio broadcast to hear a live DJ spin tunes and even participate in fun games like dance-offs and costume contests in your car, and you can watch it all on the giant screen they have on the Starcourt Mall facade stage. From there, you move into the parking structure where the experience begins. You tune into another FM radio station where you hear Russian radio chatter as you make your way up to the lab with the portal to the Upside Down. This set is seriously so rad. Lighting plays a major part in setting the scene, but there is also a really fun set piece made to look like a portal into the Upside Down. The story unfolds all around you as Robin, Steve, and Dustin try to stop the Russians from opening the Rift, a portal into the Upside Down. What is pretty incredible is how they used the entire floor of the parking structure to their advantage to make sure that everyone had a good view of the show. They also had all of their performers on in-ear monitors like the ones they use in concerts so that the performers knew exactly what to do and when, and they can follow along with the radio broadcast to not miss a beat. Dustin then tells us that 11 needs our help to stop the Mind Flayer, so we have to head into the portal itself, taking us through a really cool transitional portion that leads us into the Upside Down. This section of the experience looked fantastic. They had roots all over the place, great lighting, and even some upside down particles floating all around. This portion uses projections to tell its story and is both creepy and actually kind of touching because it focuses on Will and Mike's relationship, specifically when Mike brings Will out of his possession in Season 2. From there, we move into the finale, which takes place on the roof of the parking structure and in the abandoned steel mill from Season 3. It's here that our footage stops because they let us know that there was no filming allowed. However, let me tell you, the way that they played this out was freaking genius. All the action takes place on a catwalk in front of the LED screens that surround the viewing area on each side, so no matter where you are, you don't miss the action. It actually reminded me a lot of like Terminator 2 3D, which rest in peace. I love that thing. But definitely wherever you are, you get to see the action, which is so smart because the catwalk is also elevated. Theaters, concerts, drive-ins, heck, haunt experiences could all benefit from this format, especially during the pandemic. And if this thing continues into next year, then definitely I feel like more shows should adapt this format to be able to put on more productions. The finale itself is fantastic and damn emotional, especially if you're a fan of the franchise. It was very well made, it included some high wire stunts, and it was pretty epic overall. After that, you leave Hawkins, Indiana, and of course, you end up in the merch shop where merch comes in a cool Starcourt Mall bag. Now, before we end our review, I want to go over what comes in the VIP package so that way you can gauge whether or not you want to do it, because we did it and we had a good time. Although, like I said, I don't think if you get general admission, it's going to break your experience at all. But here's what you get with a VIP package. First off, you get to enter the Star Wash, which then becomes the Flash Photo Studio, where you get a fun souvenir photo that is printed and ready for you right when you turn the corner. You also get a pretty sweet Hawkins High School themed goodie bag that includes the Starcourt Suites package, a newspaper from 1985 that has articles relating to the events of Season 3 and the experience itself, a letter welcoming you to the Hawkins High School reunion, and finally, my favorite goodie from the bag, a rechargeable mini Bluetooth speaker shaped like a cassette tape and in an old school cassette tape case. Without a doubt, the Stranger Things drive-into experience is the most immersive experience of Haunt 2020 and possibly of 2020 in general. It is worth every single penny, and it's an absolute must-do for fans of the franchise and for fans of theatrical immersive experiences as well. It's high-tech, it's creepy, and most of all, it's a lot of fun. They really did a great job with this event, so you definitely don't want to miss out on it. And well, that's going to do it for this episode of The Hauntline. Thank you for tuning in. Let us know down in the comments below, did you go to the Stranger Things experience, and how'd you like it? Don't forget, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter for all the latest haunt news. You can visit us on the web for links to all of our stuff, and you can download our podcast for more haunt-related fun. And until the next time, thank you for calling The Hauntline.